If you weren't watching, you were definitely missing out. Here's a quick look at the highlights from this week's Hampton Roads Show.
2026 is here, and if you're looking to jumpstart your career in the new year, our next guest says there are new trends that may change the game for job seekers. Career engineer Francina Harrison joins us now to break down those latest predictions and trends. Francina, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Welcome to the second week of life.
The second week of 2026. Tell me it's going to get better.
You know I'm an optimist. It's always going to get better because it could be worse. It could always be worse, right?
That's true. So,
yeah.
You say AI will be big in the job screening and even first-round interviews this year. What should people know when it comes to looking for that new job and using AI, because everyone's got it now?
Everyone's got it. Yeah, these are some of my big three predictions. It will be used for the initial job screening, right? And first-round interviews. So folks just accept that. That's the deal. It will be conducted by AI agents. So be prepared for that. So that's why our resumes and things have to really be a different way. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But here's the flip, though. For job seekers are also using their personal AI agents. That's a new prediction and trend to scout for roles and to even tailor their job applications to scale. So if you are going to use your own personal AI, is what we're calling it now, just be ethical with it and be responsible with it. But because of this, one of the tips I want to say about the resumes is, guess what? The standard resume is less effective. That's it. It's just not going to be the same thing. So I need folks to customize a resume, optimize for language that AI understands, not just listing a bunch of keywords, but show intent, show how strong your content is. And I have this little phrase that maybe will make it easier. I want power-packed content that proves what you have done. That's what every single sentence on your resume needs to do.
Power pack that proves that you're. Let's throw performance in there. Let's throw another P word. Okay.
Yes.
What are some of the top careers people are pursuing right now?
You know, there's this thing called the blue collar renaissance that's happening. So the millionaire plumber, and the specialized nurse are some of the new career goals, but they're not the only ones. Infrastructure projects like green energy, anyone that has their hands on anything with green energy, folks that make semiconductors, the EV grids are also part of this blue collar renaissance. And demand is actually pretty high right now, which is outstripping supply. So these are what we're calling AI insulated. I'm saying these words so carefully because next month it could change. Industries that require physical presence, right? A plumber is a plumber, right? AI can't do that yet. But they also are doing complex, non-routine, manual problem solving. And right now, AI can't do those things.
Okay, you mentioned the resume, power packed full of those important skills. What do the employers say that they're looking for? Like, take us from their perspective of what they want to see.
Yeah, they want you to be able to do the job, but we also still need, I said this last year, human-centric skills. In addition to latest certification, sure, you need to be a licensed plumber, of course, but I need conflict resolution skills. Employers need cross-functional leadership skills and ethical AI. Just because it's out here, you got to use it the right way. So those are these human-centric skills now are some of the highest paying and most sought after traits. And that's going to continue this year. And I don't mean to say I told you so, but I told y'all human beings were still making a comeback. The robot can't do everything. So employers want both. They want the skill and the knowledge, but they also need you to be human and interact with other human beings.
Okay, so it's important to understand the electronic side of the work field, but also show that you are a competent human that can work with both sides.
Yes, and exactly. You have to, talk about diversity, right? AI and human. You need to be able to do both. So to my tip to folks, I don't need folks to be coders and know all that, but I do need you to be AI fluent. You've got to, even at the smallest level, to doing some major things, but you've got to infuse that in your job search today. And when you get the job, to keep your job, you need to stay fluent in that.
Human advice from somebody who knows it best. Francina Harrison, the career engineer. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Best of luck in 2026.
We got it.
All right, connect with Francina Harrison, the career engineer, at tcenow.com. You can also find her on social media and sign up for career and business tips by texting TCE to 757-600-0093 and head over to wavy.com/jobs to search for your next career opportunity, list jobs and hiring for that and so much more. pampering your little angel with a heavenly touch. That's the goal of our next guest. This segment is sponsored by Little Angels Day Spa, Inc. Carlene and Larry Molnar are the owners. They join us with more on what they have to offer. Carlene and Larry, welcome to Hampton Roads Show. It's good to have you guys here.
Thank you.
I love the name of this, Little Angels. Everybody loves their kids so much. They want to do something special for them. Larry, just tell us about the business and what it's all about.
Sure. It is for children, ages 3 to 10. And they come in and you get a robe and a little pink lemonade flute and have a toast. And then the services start.
Yep.
So start with a mini pedicure, mini manicure, get a mini facial, do some hair and makeup, and then they walk the lighted runway.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want some of that. Carlene, how did the business start?
Actually, we took a trip to see family out of state, and I took my nieces to something similar, and wanted to come back, and I've been looking to start something, and so wanted to give back to our children. I think it's important now to give back to the children.
Yeah, and take that one step further, because some people think, well, kids, they just throw some balloons at them and they'll be happy. But you can really give them an experience that they'll never forget.
Well, and we teach them self-care as well and make them feel special. They put on their little pink robes with their angel wings, and if they're shy when they come, they right after they start their manicures or their pedicures, the true personality comes out.
Yeah, and
so,
what have you seen that do to these kids, Larry?
Well, they just come out of their shell. I mean, sometimes they're even crying when they come in, and by the time they hit that runway, they're doing cartwheels and sliding and splits, and it's amazing. So it really is important to have them be cared about.
And Carlene, just talk about the business and what people like. They're thinking, well, I'd like to take part in that. Is this sort of like a birthday event, or is it just social? What kind of events do people have?
Yeah, actually, we have high tea, so they can come and they can have an English high tea, and we show them how to do that. It is for birthday parties or just making your children feel special. We do theme parties, so we can bring in characters and have theme parties and so forth.
How large a group can you have?
Usually we ask for about 8 to 10. We have had Girl Scout troops come in after they have their money sales, and they come in, and we've had up to 13.
Yeah.
That was a hoot. It's great. Yeah, but once they get on that runway, they just strut their stuff and they just have fun.
Is this something that the parents are part of, or they just watch, or to videotape? How does it all work?
I have an area where the parents can actually stay and welcome to take pictures from back there. And then they bring in, we don't have any food.
Right.
So they bring in their cakes or decorate however they want, and the parents enjoy it just as much as the children.
Larry, once again, tell everybody the age groups that you guys
Ages
serve.
3 to 10, but we're flexible. It can be up to 11, maybe even 12.
And you have a special promo that you're offering for Hampton Roads Show viewers. You want to tell us about that?
Yes, 15% if they mention Hampton Roads Show.
Nice.
When they go online to book.
HRS is the code.
HRS is the code.
And tell everybody where you're located and what they need to know.
We are in Williamsburg off of John Tyler Highway near Five Forks. So people up there know where that is. It is 4548 John Tyler Suite A10.
Yep.
And Carlene, if somebody says, well, that seems a little excessive, what do you say to that? They're worth it, right? I mean,
your children are worth it. Yeah, they can also do for just singles. Doesn't have to be a party. You can just bring your granddaughter or your daughter. And also, we've had little boys. They wear black robes with purple bow ties. Yep.
I love that. That's awesome.
A little gel in the hair and just,
Yeah. Well,
not too crazy.
Well, thanks for elevating. You never know what kind of difference that can make in their life as they move forward in life.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us here on HRS.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Once again, this segment is sponsored by Little Angels Day Spa, Inc. They're located at 4548 John Tyler Highway, Suite A-10. That's in Williamsburg. Give them a call, 757-208-0200, or go to the website, littleangelswmbg.com. Use the code HRS when booking online to get 15% off. Follow them on social at Little Angels Day Spa. We'll link all this information on our website, HamptonRoadsShow.com.
The Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art got its grassroots starts in the early 1950s. In 1989, the museum opened their building at 2200 Parks Avenue at the Virginia Beach oceanfront. This past weekend, they closed that door on that 37-year run.
Virginia MoCA will be moving to a bigger, brand new location at Virginia Wesleyan University in April. Before they close the doors to the public, we take one last look at the old location and give you a sneak peek into the future. Tell you a little bit more about MoCA. That's everything in today's Rack on the Road.
MoCA first started, believe it or not, in 1952. It was a grassroots organization of artists who were raising money for a friend who had fallen ill, and they banded together and formed an association that launched the Boardwalk Art Show, the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art Boardwalk Art Show. We weren't called Virginia MoCA back then. We had like 3 or 4 different names since 1952. We also were in a different location. We're in an old World War II bunker closer to the beach back in the day, and this current building opened up the doors to the public in 1989. Going from an old bunker to this current building was a huge milestone for the organization. We became a community hub. We were able to offer art classes for the community, the art classes that we're still offering today and will still continue to offer when we move to our new location. And we had more exhibition space, more space to show local, regional artists and national known contemporary artists. Virginia MoCA will be opening up its doors in spring of 2026, in April actually, and it's a brand new building created specifically for Virginia MoCA. And one really exciting thing about the move is that our exhibitions and education space increases by 20%.
The Boardwalk Art Show is how we started as an organization. We'll be celebrating this year as our 70th anniversary. It's huge. And so many people in the community, that's definitely something that they attend. To me, the Boardwalk Art Show too is something nice to expand our reach. So we have the museum and we have so many people that participate in programs, in the exhibitions, but then the Boardwalk Art Show, so many people will say, my father and I come every year and I wouldn't miss it.
One of the biggest questions that we get is if we're bringing our Dale Chihuly chandelier, who's been with us since almost from the beginning of this building, is yes, it is coming to our new building on the campus of Virginia Wesleyan University. It's going to be presented a little differently, and you just have to come and see. Another question we get is if we're going to still continue to be free for Virginia residents, and yes, we are. We're still offering free admission to Virginia residents. So another incentive to come visit us when we move in the spring of 2026.
I think get excited. Like we're really excited. We're excited about everything new that the building can offer. And it's a perfect timing. We open the weekend of April 17th with the inaugural exhibition, and it'll be a great, really celebration. And we have seen sneak peeks, but we can't wait for people to see the new building. I think people will really be excited.
A lot of the artwork you just saw right there was from their last installation called Where We Meet. So what becomes of the old building? Virginia Beach City Council would like to see something similar to a museum take over that space. They're currently taking suggestions. A couple that have surfaced is a naval museum or a performing arts theater.
I like that one.
I mean, you know, it's a beautiful location.
Let me get some money so I can buy it.
Okay. For more on the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art and what to expect from their new location, visit them online at virginiamocha.org. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. Best of luck in the 70th anniversary of the Virginia Boardwalk Art Show. Welcome back to HRS. From family law to estate planning and divorce. Our next guest is all about helping people take the right legal steps at the right time when life-changing moments hit. This segment is sponsored by Malone Hatley PC. Charles Hatley is the Chief Executive Officer. He joins us now to share insight on when legal guidance truly matters and why waiting too long could limit your options. Charles, welcome to the Hampton Roads Show. It's good to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Let's start with that first question. What are some of the most common mistakes people make maybe that could cost them later?
You know, divorce is hard, and ignoring the fact that it's hard, it's emotional, you're going through a lot, I think is the biggest mistake that people make, and they wait too long. You know, as I tell everybody, the 5 P's of divorce are very simple. Proper planning prevents poor performance. And if you just plan for it and you understand it's coming and you can't stop that which is coming, you're going to be okay.
But let's kind of look at why people wait.
Mm-hmm.
They hope that they can put it back together.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, everybody hopes that they can avoid that.
Mm-hmm. They do. And a lot of times, you know, when you ever hear the old phrase, when you make a mistake, the cover-up is actually worse. When the divorce is coming, it's that time period of trying to put it back together where the biggest mistakes happen.
What surprises most people about property division when it comes to divorce? Because, you know, everybody has this idea going in that we can do it and everything will be fine, but there are some misconceptions, right?
It's a lot more complicated than people realize. You know, everybody jokes that attorneys don't like to do math. Property division is all about math. And everything that you've read on Facebook about property division and the one spouse getting to walk away with 100% of everything is 100% wrong. So I think that surprises everybody.
What financial moves should people avoid making once divorce is on the table?
Anything big, large withdrawals out of retirement accounts, if you start trying to take second lines of credit out of your home, you know, all these giant transactions that people try to do, it's better just to put them on hold, freeze your life in one point in time, and make it simple to divide later in the future.
So if someone was watching and is unsure whether they need a lawyer yet, what would you tell them?
Once the other side is resolute in their position that they are going to get a divorce, you need to get a lawyer and start moving forward. It's no longer an option, and proper planning does prevent poor performance here.
Let's talk about other areas of law that Malone Hatley specializes in.
So we also do estate planning, and estate planning is one of those areas like divorce that everybody tries to avoid because it's talking about death and what happens after that. But the same thing, the earlier you start, the better it's going to be on your heirs when the inevitable does happen.
Tell me more about the firm.
So we were started in 2014 by Rebecca Malone. We have quickly grown. We got a footprint now in Virginia, South Carolina, Florida, Texas. And you know, our goal is to bring our brand and our core values of practice to each and every client that we represent so that they can experience what a difference of core value-driven law truly is.
You know, a lot of people, like, if they are navigating divorce or estate planning or elder law, whatever it is, you know, they're unsure about what to do and how to go about it. What is your advice for them maybe seeking counsel and maybe just sitting down and talking, because that's the most important part, right?
Nobody knows everything.
Right.
Call and get an expert. Just like if you're trying to do plumbing at your house, we can all do a little bit, but we're probably going to create bigger problems that cost more money in the future than just calling the right person to start.
Yeah, and that first conversation is free, right? I mean, that's how it starts, with the conversation. Come with questions, and you'll help fill in the gap.
Absolutely.
All right, Charles, thank you for joining us here on HRS.
Thank you very much.
Once again, this segment is sponsored by Malone Hatley PC. They are located at 575 Lynn Haven Parkway, Suite 310. That's in Virginia Beach. To schedule a free consultation, give them a call, 757-296-0580, or visit the link on your screen. You can also follow them on Facebook at Malone Hatley PC. We'll link all this information on our website, HamptonRoadsShow.com.
Fans of Saturday Night Live can now own a small, fun, and collectible piece of pop culture. The National Bobblehead Hall of Fame has released a limited edition bobblehead series of some of your favorite SNL characters.
From More Cowbell to Drunk Uncle, Rosanna, and Matt Foley, these bobbleheads are now available, and they're sure to go fast. We visited with Phil Sklar at the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame to find out more in today's Entertainment Express. And Phil joins us now from the Bobblehead Hall of Fame there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Phil, welcome to the Hampton Roads Show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, before we talk about these amazing SNL bobbleheads, which are soon to be super collectible and probably fly off the shelf. What's up with the bobbleheads? And we've known about them for several decades now. Where are we at in this amazing collectible?
Yeah, so really they got first came into prominence in 1960 with vintage bobbleheads that people could buy. You know, the boy face generic bobblehead, they buy them at stadiums or corner stores, sort of faded out. And then 1999, the San Francisco Giants gave away a bobblehead of Willie Mays. That was the first player bobblehead that was given away. Teams saw it, fans went crazy for it, and ever since, bobbleheads have been the #1 promotional item at stadiums, and they've continued to be very popular at retail.
So we know that in the sports world, they're huge in all sports now, but it's transitioned into popular culture. I mean, like Jimmy Buffett and Bozo the Clown, and now SNL. I mean, everybody seems to have their own bobblehead now, right?
Yeah, you can pretty much turn anything and everything into a bobblehead. There's been bobbleheads, 1964, the Beatles had bobbleheads, so it's not, not unprecedented to have non-sports bobbleheads, but people do associate them with sports. We have everything in the museum from presidential to pop culture, but yeah, really excited to have the first Saturday Night Live bobblehead series that we unveiled for National Bobblehead Day, and it's been super popular so far, each one individually numbered to only 2026, so a great collectible and something that SNL fans everywhere are going to love.
All right, so let's dive a little deeper into these amazing bobbleheads from SNL. So I'm holding the More Cowbell with Will Ferrell and that amazing skit. How many different SNL bobbleheads are there, and what do you want people to know about them?
Yeah, so the first series has 10 bobbleheads, each one officially licensed. They're really great quality. Each one, as I mentioned, individually numbered to 2026. There's some really great characters that people have come to know and love over the years, like More Cowbell, Drunk Uncle, Matt Foley, Mango, the Ladies' Man. So some really awesome characters that we've been able to turn into bobblehead form for the first time for most of these characters. So it's really cool. It's exciting for fans out there. SNL just celebrated its 50th anniversary, and we'll be celebrating its 1,000th episode coming up, one of the most iconic TV programs of all time. So what a great way to celebrate that than bobbleheads.
You mentioned a bunch, and you didn't even mention Rosanna Dana.
I saved that one for you, so
Oh,
no, but that's another great one, yeah.
I appreciate that, Phil. Okay, so how did they pick? Because there's so many iconic characters, and how were they able to whittle it down? Talk about that process.
Yeah, so we worked closely with NBC on, the available characters. So some characters, they even have to get approval from the original actor or actress who portrayed the character. So we worked with them to find out what characters were available. We have more coming soon, so these aren't the only ones that we'll have. So definitely fans will have to stay tuned and see what else is to come. You can also send in suggestions on social media or email us, and we'll take those into account and hopefully have more and more to come, because people have definitely enjoyed them since we released them on National Bobblehead Day. We've already gotten some suggestions as well.
Okay, so once again, collectible, limited availability. Obviously, will probably sell out. What are your thoughts on that? You said there's only 2,026. Interesting number you came up with, by the way.
Yeah, so we went with this year with the 1,000th episode, sort of celebrating that and going around that theme. And yeah, I think, a lot of the characters, or all of them, will sell out. We see bobbleheads that we've released, several years ago or even last year, selling online on eBay or other spots for many multiples of what they originally sold for. We made these a really nice $35 price point. It's a flat $8 shipping, so you could buy one or buy the whole set and just pay $8 to get them shipped to you. And just a really eclectic mix of some of the best skits in Saturday Night Live history.
Once again, I'm going to show you this one because you mentioned the quality. This guy's tough. He's heavy. He's locked in tight. The head, of course, bobbles, which we like that. This is, they've come a long way, because we've all seen the plastic cheap ones, but nowadays they're sturdy.
Yeah, we get that a lot, and we pride ourselves in high-quality bobbleheads, and these are ones that, we see bobbleheads getting passed along from generation to generation. So somebody who got the, St. Louis Cardinals bobblehead in 1960 gave it to their kid, who's giving it to their kid now. And I think the same thing will happen with these, and they show a lot of these sketches over and over during specials. You see Matt Foley, you can go online and watch it, and it's just something that brings back great memories, great laughs every time. It gets funnier and funnier every time for some of these sketches. So yeah, I think the bobbleheads for SNL will be like that, as well as future generations continue to watch and enjoy the show.
Well, I mean, I love the Matt Foley one, you know, and then soon we'll have the van down by the river, you know, that bobblehead. That'll be good. Okay, if anybody wants to purchase one, where do they need to go?
Yeah, so right now they're available exclusively in our online store. So it's store.bobbleheadhall.com, and you can pre-order them there. They'll be shipping out in May, each one individually numbered, like we mentioned. So yeah, great collectible, something really fun for SNL fans out there.
All right, Phil, thank you so much for joining us here on the Hampton Roads Show.
Thanks for having me.
I look like a bobblehead.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
you got
Phil.
jokes.
I mean, I just wanted him to go.
I cannot believe a museum exists that he's collected that many. Like, that is wild.
Do you remember where he said it was?
In Milwaukee.
Wisconsin. And I asked him his favorite. And of course he said Matt Foley because Chris Farley's from Wisconsin. And so he said that's her favorite. Is there anybody you'd like to see as a bobblehead from SNL?
Oh.
No, wait, don't you say that. Don't you dare do that. I'd like to see Eddie Murphy, maybe Buckwheat. Or the hot tub.
Debbie Downer.
Debbie Downer.
Hers has to go like this, though. Down.
Down.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, in a box.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot. I'm sorry. There's so many great ones. Once again, the bobbleheads are only available through the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum's online store. And once again, there's 2,026 being sold of each character. Get them now. Their new group will be released later. We'll see what they're having. So, good stuff right there.
Good stuff. It's time for today's Community Connection. For the first time ever, the Norfolk Prevention Coalition and Norfolk Community Service Board are coming together to host an event to connect residents with community resources. From housing and health to nutrition and employment, it will feature all the essentials that everyone needs. Jo Shalon Capehart is with Norfolk Prevention Coalition. Macy Jordan is a library associate at the Mary D. Pretlow Anchor Branch Library. They join us with all the details of this amazing opportunity for people to get all that they need. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. So, Jo Shalon, Waves of Care, this amazing fair, tell us about it.
So Waves of Care, it's a community event that brings together amazing resources in the community all in one place, so citizens can come and get the support that they need around mental health and wellness and housing, personal care, just all the things that's important to our community.
Awesome. What a great way to just get everything you need in one place. Those types of things can be difficult to go to this office and go to this place across town if you don't have transportation or anything else. So that's really wonderful. Tell us about the Norfolk Prevention Coalition's role in this event.
So the NPC, as we call it, it's a partnership of community folks in the community who are providing different services. And so we're partnering with community. I'm sorry, I stopped. Can I stop?
It's okay, you're doing a great job. It partners with community.
We're partnering with community, other resources like City of Norfolk organizations, as well as other sectors, just to bring everything to one place, as you said before. People don't have transportation, they don't have ways to get to places, so it's a one-stop shop.
Yeah, that sounds great. You wanted to say something else?
I did want to also say that it gives us the opportunity to bring people together and to let the community know that we're supporting each other.
That's great. We all need that support. Macy, the event is being held at a library. Tell us about the library's role at this event.
Yes. Well, the library, Mary D. Pretlow, is right in the middle of Ocean View. And we've always wanted to be good neighbors. A library is a great place for people to gather, to find information. The librarians are always there to help, to do research, to get you connected with resources. And if you have questions, what better place to go than to the library?
To the library.
So,
Take it back, old school.
Exactly.
I love that. So what will attendees find at the fair, ladies, for either of you? What types of vendors or opportunities will be there?
So we'll have mental health resources. We'll have resources about opioid education. We'll also have housing. We'll have WIC. We'll have information for folks who need infant and toddler services, other CSB mental health and counseling and case management, as well as food resources as well.
Why now? Why do you think this was the perfect time to have such an event? I know this is the first time ever. What sparked it for right now?
I mean, we just have noticed that a lot of people are just having a really hard time, and we're part of the community, and we want to help people in our community, and anything that we can do to be a good neighbor and to connect people with their neighbors, their local resources is what we're really interested in, and just having a place to gather and feel safe and feel not intimidated about the whole process and about finding help.
Not intimidated, maybe also not even embarrassed.
Exactly.
Where you're with a community of like-minded people, people who have like needs, because those are essentials for all of us.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Thank you so much, ladies. The Waves of Care Community Fair is happening on Saturday, January 31st at the Mary D. Pretlow Anchor Branch Library in Norfolk. It's free and open to all ages. For more information, visit norfolk.gov/wavesofcare and follow along on socials at the handles right there on your screen.
Welcome back to HRS. If getting in shape is part of your goals for 2026, our next guest makes it easier by bringing high-level fitness straight to your home. This segment is sponsored by Gym Guides Virginia Beach. Dr. Jay Payne is the owner and CEO. She joins us now with more on how they bridge the gap in healthcare and fitness. Dr. Payne, welcome back. It's good to have you.
Great to be here.
Gym Guides Virginia Beach focus right now. So tell us more about your community and what you do.
Sure. So we focus on improving quality of life and performance in the Hampton Roads in our community, from the individuals who want to be better, feel better, move better, to the workplace teams who want their productivity and retention to remain intact, and also our agencies so that we can be sharp and ready to go.
Why does that matter so much right now? Because this is a time of year where people really need to focus on their health.
You know, I always tell people change starts now, and this mindset needs to continue throughout the entire year. Day over day, we need to identify and detect our opportunities to move better, feel better, think sharper, and just protect the resiliency and retention of our talent in our community.
How does Gym Guides work alongside healthcare community partners?
So we are a continuum of that healthcare. So once that individual steps out of the clinic, they still need support. And what we do is we usher them from function to performance. We want them to build a lifestyle, long-term sustainable improvement and progress in their rehabilitation or just their return to quality of life.
Tell us how it works. How does it work? How does somebody say, you know what, I'm here at home, I have mobility issues, I want them to come to me?
The first thing they have to do is just reach out. And we come and we give them a complimentary movement, fitness, and nutrition assessment. And then from there, we can design specifically for them. Everyone's a snowflake. And so we design for what we are observing, and that's what makes us customize and really stand apart.
And how long does it take to see results when you come to them? Because you can almost see it within a day or two, or even after one workout, right?
Well, it starts internal because fitness is a function, a capability, and also then it's a look. So you can definitely immediately start feeling the difference in your capabilities, how you feel in your energy levels, how you're thinking more clearly, and then the cosmetic changes are to follow. But these are lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
So we're looking for long-term sustainable changes that people can really make a part of their habits.
The most difficult thing is just getting started. Once you get started on that track, it becomes a habit. That's when you'll notice results. Who are your typical clients that you work with?
So typically our client base looks like the private client, the clients who just can't make it to the gym for whatever reason. We come directly to them. We have a on-site, on location, if they want to work out at home or on, a different place, park, trail, pool. But also in the workplace, we deal with workplace teams for corporate wellness, and those programs are very, very beneficial to the bottom line. But we also work with agencies, so our first responders, our people on the front line, our healthcare workers. We want to make sure that they're sharp and resilient as well.
So you work with individuals and groups?
Yes, our fitness scales from the individual level to the organization level. There's no job too small or too large.
What's it like for you to see somebody who has been they needed it, they reached out, and next thing you know, they see results? What's it like for you guys knowing that you're making a difference?
It really brings us joy. And the pleasure is knowing that we have impacted someone meaningfully. And that's how we serve our community, by keeping us ready, mission ready, life ready in real world environments so that people can thrive and be meaningful contributors, whether it's at home, in the boardroom, or on the field.
No excuses. They will come to you and make your fitness goals come true. Dr. Payne, thank you for joining us here on HRS.
I appreciate you.
Once again, this segment of the Hampton Roads Show is sponsored by Gym Guys Virginia Beach. Take advantage of all they offer. Give them a call. The number is 757-793-2999 or visit them online, gymguys.com/Virginia-Beach. You can also follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Gym Guys Virginia Beach. We'll link all this information on our website, HamptonRoadsShow.com.
From the heart of Hampton Roads comes a musical force that keeps the 757 moving on the flyest beats and the smoothest of sounds.
Chris Keys is a vocalist, talented pianist, a DJ who has become a local favorite, performing at beloved venues and major festivals like Crush Fest.
He believes music is the heartbeat of every celebration and brings soul, energy, and joy to every stage he touches. Great spirit, a community connector, and a proud dad. Today's I Am Hampton Roads is Chris Keys.
Hi, my name is Chris Keys, and I'm a musician, a father, and a husband. What inspired me to sit down first at the piano and just start to make music was my mother. She really inspired me. She was a singer, and I tried to be everything that she was, and I tried to imitate her, and it just got into me, and I found a love for singing early and then playing the piano. And so that's how it started, and I kind of progressed. I started playing in church when I was young, and my love for music grew, and I found out I could make it a career, and so that's exactly what I did. I merged contemporary and gospel into one with my music. I'm really soulful when it comes to playing, and also I have that background from church, and also the love that I have for music in general. There's so much music, and I can kind of blend the two and create that soulful sound. I like to make any song I'm doing, if it's my own or a contemporary song, I always like to kind of jazz it up, as they say. And I know that style has come from my church background and also the influences that I have with contemporary music. So I blend those two. One of my most memorable moments in the 757 was recently opening up for the grand opening of the Dome. That was a huge moment. It came out of nowhere. A good friend of mine works there, and she recommended me. And all of a sudden I'm getting a call from Live Nation, and I'm like, really? Me? You want me to be the first person? I was actually on that stage, the first person to play live music. I mean, music, in general, when people were walking in, it was just a surreal moment. It just really encouraged me, and just something huge like that is such a memorable moment here in the 757. I'm looking forward to this next chapter in my life. I recently became a husband, and now I'm getting ready to become a father. I'm having a baby boy, and so I'm so excited for this next chapter of my life. And I know that's just gonna spur even more musical things that's just gonna birth out of that as well. I know I definitely have a series that I'm working on coming out this fall on YouTube. It's a worship series where I'll be online playing and singing, and just want to connect with people just like I actually did with COVID when everything was shut down. I was able to play online and just not connect with people here locally, but also nationally. And so I kind of want to bring that back in my own way. And so I'm just very excited. This next chapter is just such a blessing. Growing up in Hampton Roads, it's just been a wonderful experience. Personally, I've been in this area, of course, my entire life. And even going to college, I just went right up the road to Christopher Newport. So I've been here, and I've created such a good atmosphere of family and friends and meeting new people. Like I said, there's so many people that travel to Hampton Roads. And I'm just so proud. I live in a resort area, and people vacation here, and they like, you live here? And yeah, I live here. It's a beauty. You go to the beach, you have your inland areas, and it's just the community. It's great. I love everything about Hampton Roads. I'm Chris Keys, and I am Hampton Roads.
It is time for today's Community Connection. No one should face cancer alone, and the Hampton Roads Cancer Care Foundation makes sure that's true by offering support, essential services, financial assistance, and more to local patients when they need it the most. They're hosting a fundraiser, Waves of Hope, Hope Amplified, to help further their mission. Audra DeMent is the executive director. Dr. Celeste Brimmer is a board member. They join us now with more of the details. Thank you for joining us here on HRS.
Thanks for having us.
Audra, you started this foundation. Tell us about it.
I did not start this foundation. Our oncologist from Virginia Oncology Associates sure did.
Tell us about it.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, Chris. So it started when a patient made a generous donation that we could not use as a practice, and that started off the Cancer Care Foundation. All the physicians followed suit, and we also made contributions, and hence for the last year we've been a functioning foundation that offers immediate impact for patient care. Patients who might, at that time period, as they're trying to do their cancer journey, they get displaced in housing and food security and transportation security. It's unfortunate when you get a patient who can't come in to do their daily care, their radiation, or sit for chemotherapy. So this is what Audra and the board has gotten together and gotten funds together to help make those impacts possible.
Yeah, and Audra, talk about what these patients are faced with, because they're choosing between rent, mortgage, bills, electrical bills, and treatment, which is very unfair. The whole family has to go through this.
Right. As if a cancer diagnosis isn't devastating enough,
right,
then these patients are facing financial hardships from missed wages, from missed work. And so that's where the foundation steps in, and we're able to help with their basic needs, utility and mortgage assistance and food assistance, so that they can focus on what really matters most, healing.
Yeah, and every little bit counts, right? Because the support, the financial assistance, it's all important. You have a big event coming up later this month. Tell us about it. Who wants to take it?
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. The Waves of Hope.
Yep.
Hope Amplified. It's a big gala event that's going to be at the Dome.
Yes, at Virginia Beach. It's a great venue. If you haven't been out there, come check it out and join us. We have some huge community support from Virginia Oncology Associates and Amgen and Bold Spire Wealth and Centera. And Brass Wind Band is going to be performing. Talk about local bands. You were just mentioning that earlier in your segment. And they are the premier horn and party band, so we're so excited to have them. It's going to be dinner and dancing and a live auction. And we just invite your viewers to come join us.
It's a chance to get dressed up. It's a black tie event. It's going to be like one of the talked about things of the winter, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be
with a rock and roll spin.
Okay, what does that mean? Black tie with,
black tie creative.
Creative.
Oh, so
yes.
you make it a little
Use your
extra
judgment.
fun.
Yes.
Let's talk about some of where the money goes to. Obviously, it goes to these patients, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Every penny goes to these patients from this event, and so we are really hoping to gain more community support. The patients who need grocery assistance, utility assistance, transportation assistance, and even rent and lodging assistance.
What if somebody can't maybe make the event but might want to support? And you're also looking for sponsors as well, right?
That's right. HRCCF.org is a good place to start. Reach out to us. We would love your support.
Yeah, and you see it all the time, these patients, and it's not going away. More people are being diagnosed, and then it's like it's a shock to the whole family. I mean, it's something that is desperate need to help these families out in every way you can, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. You might as well have a little fun doing it, right?
We should. Absolutely.
Have a lot of fun doing it. So
come all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us here on HRS. It's a great cause, everybody. Once again, the help support the Hampton Roads Cancer Care Foundation through the Waves of Hope, Hope Amplified event sponsored by Virginia Oncology Associates. It's happening Saturday, January 31st at the Dome in Virginia Beach. All proceeds benefit local cancer patients. To learn more, visit hrccf.org. Give them a follow on social. The handles are right there on your screen. Thank you, Bo. It's time for today's Community Connection. Princess Anne, Cox, and Kellam High Schools are typically rivals on the field of play, but every year students from these three schools come together for a great cause. The Love Run to benefit CHKD is back for its 22nd year next month. Race directors Kendall Burke, Davey Master, and Isabella Shinoga join us now with the details. Ladies, welcome to the Hampton Roads Show. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so I believe I know a little bit about this event, Davey. It started at Princess Anne, and then all of a sudden Cox jumped on board, and then Kellam. So Davey, tell us about how this all got started and what it's all about.
Yes, of course. So the event started in 2004 when one of our students, he was the SCA president, was unfortunately diagnosed with cancer, and he received treatment from CHKD. Our school was so grateful for the treatment and time that they gave, so they wanted to give back to the communities and organizations that helped their students, and Love Run was born.
Okay, and that's when when did the other schools come aboard? When did the Cox get involved?
Well, Cox came aboard in 2013 when one of our teacher's sons received a lot of medical treatment and help from CHKD. He tragically passed away, so that following year in 2013, the Love Run was honoring them, and it was just an amazing thing to become a part of, and in order to give back and honor everything that happened.
I love that you got more support. And then Kendall Kellum came on board at what point, and what's y'all's involvement?
Kellum came on board in the memory of a student, Abby Furco, shortly after she passed away. And her mom, Patty Furco, started the Abby's Legacy Foundation, which has been a sponsor of the Love Run ever since.
Okay, David, tell everybody about the Love Run. When is it? Where is it? What do they need to know? How much of a kind of event has it become after 22 years?
Sure. So it started in 2004, but now we're trying to make it bigger and better. So we've invited everyone, and we have some new iterations. We have the classic 5K, and for younger children, we have the Fun Run, which is like a smaller loop. And then finally, we have the Love Row, which we have ergs in the Thalia gym. It's on February 14th at 9 a.m. So I encourage all of the viewers to check out the website and learn more about the cause. And adult shirts will be $30 and children's shirts will be $15. It's first come, first serve, so we hope to see you all there.
Yeah, you got plenty for everybody. Did you say February 14th?
Yes,
That's
Valentine's
on a Saturday?
Day. Yes.
Oh my goodness, now I know. Okay, Isabella, what do you want people to know how much fun this is? Because it's held right there in Thalia. It's sort of a community event, right?
Yeah, well, I honestly couldn't think of a better way to celebrate Valentine's Day than surrounded by the love and support at Thalia Elementary to support CHKD and kind of turn loss and love into collective action to support and give back and kind of help CHKD's charitable mission. I think that that's just the perfect thing to do on a wonderful Saturday morning, especially on Valentine's Day.
I tell you, it makes everyone feel good to know that y'all are coming together, 3 different schools. Kendall, what does it mean for you to take part in a mission with other schools like-minded for the memory of these students?
As a childhood cancer fighter myself, it's really important to see the community coming together, and it's just really special because I know how much these fundraisers mean to these hospitals.
Yeah, and you've had some great participation over the years. How can people participate? What do they need to know to take part in it, Davey?
Yes, so we have the you guys can either donate or register for the 5K, and it's all in support for pediatric cancer research. So businesses or families, you can run, jump, skip, whatever you want to do, just participate in the 5K and have a fun time.
Valentine's Day, February 14th, the 22nd annual Love Run. It makes us feel great to know that you guys are doing this, and it has 3 different schools coming together for a great cause. Thank you so much for joining us here on HRS.
Of course, thank you.
Once again, the CHKD Love Run will be held Saturday, February 14th at Thalia Elementary School. The 5K Love Run starts at 9 a.m. The Fun Run Walk begins at 9:30. You can register to participate through race day at the link on your screen. Parking spaces are limited, so it's recommended to carpool or bike there. You can also park at Princess Anne High School, which is close by. There will be a bus running from the school to the elementary school to get you where you need to be.